I talk boxing and MMA like nobody else does. Tune into the FightBig.com podcast show.
This is FightBig.com's Rick Pizarro's podcast.
Uncensored boxing talk for uncensored MMA talk. Tune into the FightBig.com podcast show.
Ding ding, what's up dudes? It's your boy Rick from FightBig.com, broadcasting live out of my lair here in New York. Yeah, Brooklyn, that's where I was born, yes. Anyway, it is Friday. Tonight we got Friday Night Fights. Go see that, ESPN. Good stuff. I'll tweet something out on FightBig.com about that. I'll upload it tonight, the highlights. Alright, let's get right into it. We're going to talk about, in this vlogcast podcast, we're going to talk about Floyd Mayweather, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo versus Cotto versus Pacquiao versus Tim Bradley. And I'm going to break down on which fight you should buy, which fight's going to be the better fight, in my opinion. And we're going to discuss all that. It's going to be a really cool show. But before we do all that, let's get to the first DVD giveaway, the Raging Bull DVD giveaway. Real quick, I told you what to do last week. And you guys were posting at Team HBO, whatever. I got names in the hats that posted on last week's video. Everyone's who posted a comment, name is in the hat. Really, literally, I wrote them all down, and I'm going to pull one name out. And if you want the DVD, I'm going to contact you. Congratulations, and you send me your address, and I'll send it off. If you don't want it, I'll redo it. I'll do it next week's show. I'll go back in, and who would turn down a Raging Bull DVD, even if it's used? It's mint, like I said last week. So let's get the hat out. Oh, I gotta shake the hat up. This is a hat. Names are in it. Strips of paper, and we're gonna shake it, and someone's gonna get a DVD. Raging Bull, Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, seen together first time on the screen. Martin Scorsese directed this fine movie. Okay, it's my favorite boxing film, so I got my hand on one piece of paper. I'm still looking at the screen. Let me pull these dumb sunglasses off. I'm still looking at the screen, and I'm gonna pull the name out, and you're gonna find out whose name's on it as well as me. Does it make sense? As well as me? Now, we'll do this at the same time. Boom, who won? Oh yeah, dude, you won. Big old Kanish, congratulations. If you want the DVD, I'm going to contact you after this vlogcast. And congratulations, and if you just send me your address, or where you want me to send it, I'll just send the DVD off to you. Free of charge. And I'm assuming you're 18. Yeah, okay. Anyway, so 18 and up. Let's get right into it, dude. So we got big pay-per-views coming up. You know, once again, boxing has their hands in our pocket asking for big money for pay-per-views in a tight economy. Now, let's talk about this WBA Super World Light Middleweight Championship. So that's Floyd Mayweather, right? He's going up in weight from welterweight. Floyd's 34 years old, right? Let's break this down. 42 wins, 0 losses, as we all know, 26 KOs, and this is May 5th. This is Cotto. He's fighting Miguel Cotto is 31 years old. You know, he redeemed himself fighting Antonio Margarito in his last fight. And by the way, when that fight ended, Cotto didn't look too good. But, you know, this is just the way it is. He won that fight. He outboxed Margarito. And Cotto's 37 wins, 2 losses, 30 KOs. And you know who he lost to. That's Margarito, suspect cheating with the gloves, the hand wraps, and all that. And he lost to Pacquiao, which I predicted on the vlog. Like, you can go back and check that out. So, what we're going to talk about is this fight versus Pacquiao's fight coming up with Bradley. I'll break that down after this. I'm going to tell you guys what I think. I think Miguel Cotto is shot-worn. Yes. He only lost 2 fights. I thought Shane Mosley edged him out a couple years ago, but it doesn't matter. Still could have went either way. He's going to fight Floyd Mayweather, and then, you know, I think that he's going to lose. I told you guys that before. I think that Manny Pacquiao and Floyd would make the best fight. Everyone knows it. We all want to see that. But I think Cotto hasn't fought the caliber of fighter that Floyd Mayweather has fought over the years. So that's why I never considered Cotto an elite fighter, and that's why I knew Pacquiao would beat him. Now, I can't get into this in one little vlogcast and go back and, no, I'm not a hater, I'm just telling it in my opinion. Cotto's a great guy. I like him a lot. I said that he's a great ambassador to the sport, and I hope he upsets Floyd, but I don't see this happening. I think it's Floyd's a level above him. I think that this fight sucks for a pay-per-view. You really want to know what I think about May 5th? I think that it's bullshit that they're fighting and Pacquiao's not fighting. I'm angry about it. I'm a frustrated boxing fan. I think that Cotto, his losses, like I said, he lost every time he stepped up, and stepping up to elite level is not Shane Mosley in his late 30s. Yeah, he beat Shane Mosley. So, you know, they both fought Zab. Cotto and Mayweather had that opponent in common. Cotto might have stopped Zab where Floyd didn't. I think Floyd got hit low. Zab got a rest. But that's a whole nother. Styles make fights, people. And my eyes over the years don't lie to me. I see an expert boxer. Floyd Mayweather is a master in the ring. He's amazing. Yes, he has amazing boxing skill, amazing defense. He adapts to all styles. And at 34 years old, and Cotto's 31, I think he's younger. I think he's fresher. And I think Cotto could probably upset him if Floyd broke both hands in that fight. I don't think he's going to break both hands. And it's a long shot. So Cotto, I see losing. I know he's going to lose. If I had to bet on the fight, I'd bet Cotto would lose, obviously. And I'm telling you that this fight compared to the Pacquiao fight doesn't hold up. Pac is 54 wins, 3 losses. This is June 9th. He's signed to fight Timothy Bradley. Timothy Bradley is only 28 years old, right? He's undefeated. He's got 28 legitimate wins, and one of those wins over Lamont Peterson, guys, the guy who beat Khan, and incidentally, they rematched. We'll talk about that later, maybe next week. Timothy Bradley, only 12 KOs, doesn't carry that big punch, although I say he doesn't carry a big punch, he can still hurt you. He hurt Lamont Peterson a couple times in that fight. I think if he lands, he's got speed. If he lands right, I mean, it's boxing. You can knock anybody out with a bunch of punches. Okay, so he's got 0 losses, and he switches to southpaw. He does that. Pacquiao's a southpaw. It's going to be really interesting. Now, Timothy Bradley is undefeated. If you don't know who he is, because he's not mainstream, he's not Cotto's name, he's not that big name yet, outside of boxing, mainstream or whatever. I think that this fight, I'm not sure about. When I say I'm not sure about it, like I'm sure because I know Cotto's took a few beatings already. Yes, unfortunate incident probably with the hand wraps. Cotto's been beat up a lot. He's been beat up. He's been rocked. Timothy Bradley looks awesome all the time. He's an awesome fighter. Pac is taking a big chance here, right? Pacquiao, this is not an easy fight for him. Bradley, make it look easy if Pac finishes him, because Bradley does get wild in that ring. He trades with you, and that gives opportunities for Pacquiao. I'm going to predict that the Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley fight, the Desert Storm, is no joke, right? And it's not a clear win. I mean, am I going to be shocked if Miguel Cotto upsets Floyd Mayweather? Absolutely. Am I going to be shocked if Bradley beats Pacquiao? Maybe. But I'm not going to be as shocked, if this makes any sense, I'm not going to be as shocked if Bradley beats Pacquiao, because Pac is fighting an undefeated young fighter. The better bang for your buck, if you're going to lay out $60, $50, whatever, $45, different markets, different cables, different satellite companies have different prices, you're going to probably be better off putting your money down on Pacquiao versus Timothy Bradley, because there's a lot of unknowns going into that fight. This is not Miguel Cotto, and I'm going to say an older Miguel Cotto, because in his boxing odometer is, whoo! Cotto's been beat down a lot in that ring. Yeah, he's only got 2 losses, but boy, he got his ass handed to him in those 2 losses, and he took a lot of shots from Margarito in his last fight, and he was fading in that 12th round. Yes, he won the fight. The awesome factor, guys, the awesome fight odometer is off the roof with Bradley versus Pacquiao, because Bradley can get into Pacquiao. He's a different style. He adapts. It's going to be really interesting, all right? Whereas I think the Cotto fight is going to be boring with Floyd. Not boring, maybe, like really boring, because I'm a big fight. I like the sweet science. Floyd dominated his opponents like a chess game. I'm the type of fan that appreciates that, but a lot of guys don't appreciate that. But I'll tell you what, I think Floyd's going to always take that safety first approach, and he's going to try to get a decision on Cotto. And if he sees an opportunity to go in there and take a chance, he'll try to take Cotto out. But I see a decision for Floyd. But even if Floyd knocks out Cotto, it's not going to be as good of a fight, in my opinion. You got an undefeated fighter fighting Manny Pacquiao, our champion, right? So we're going to see what happens with that fight. I'm going to predict that Manny Pacquiao pulls it out. I'm going to go with a decision because Timothy Bradley's never been stopped before. It's going to be a hard fight for him. Their reach is similar, very close. They're both 5'6". We're going to see, dudes. I'm stoked for the fight, and a lot of people may disagree with me, but we'll only know what happens at the end of the fights when they occur. My point is, why pay for a fight where you kind of know, where I know in my head, that Cotto's going to probably lose unless Floyd doesn't train. Whereas I don't know that with Pacquiao. I'm not 100% sure that Bradley can upset Pacquiao. He might be able to beat Pacquiao. And that's a good freaking fight. That's the fight you want to buy. That's the fight that interests me. But it sucks that, again, we're here in 2012 and they're not going to fight. Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. It's a ridiculous joke, okay? And it's going to probably be too late. I don't want to see them fight as old men, right? 37-year-old Floyd fighting a 35-year-old Pac, 36-year-old Pac, whatever the case is. It's bullshit. So, going back to last week, Donaire, I predicted the Nonito Donaire fight. And it was a really interesting fight. And Vasquez, you heard the prediction. I predicted Donaire would knock him out. He almost had him out of there early. But I swear to you dudes, I'm watching the fight. And I'm like, oh, wow. Something is wrong with Donaire. Something's wrong. I think he hurt his hand. And I was fighting with my buddy who was in the house with me watching the fight. And he's looking at me, yeah, right, sipping his beer. He's sleeping on me. I'm like, dude, there's something wrong with him. I could tell his hands hurt. He may throw the hands, but I bet you he hurt one of his hands. So I'm going to call him live right now. This is totally unplanned. So hopefully he picks up the phone. So I also said Chavez was probably going to win against Rubio, and that happened. I just thought that Rubio was like one of those like journeyman fighters, and Chavez is beating a lot of journeymen these days. Ruben, pick up the phone. He's not picking up the phone. But I just wanted him to weigh in live on what I was saying to him. So anyway, I told my boy Ruben we're watching a fight. Donaire's hand is hurt. I could tell. I just tell he was fighting differently. When it's unlike him when he put his arms out his side and started like taunting him a little. It looked like he was buying time and like, wow, oh no, one of my hands is hurt. Something's wrong. So I just figured his hand was hurt because he wasn't fighting like the typical Nonito Donaire that I know. And hey, before HBO said it, the commentators, I said it. Outside of my boy Ruben saying, yeah, you said that. There's no proof, but who gives a damn? Maybe future episodes I'll give away. I got other things to give away. I got these boxing cards. I bought them, like a whole bunch of them. Back in the day, I was like 13, really. I got Julio Cesar Chavez. I got Joe Frazier. I got a bunch of awesome boxing cards. So I had a great idea. Wow. To give some of those away later on to my listeners. That'd be cool. But so yeah, dudes. So in my opinion, you got my predictions. You know what I think. I think that Floyd Mayweather versus Cotto. Cotto loses. Floyd wins that fight. I think the fight is where it's at. The money where it's at. You guys want to see it. You got to see it. That's going to be June 9th. Pay-per-view. Timothy Bradley versus Manny Pacquiao. It's going to be really good. Undefeated, quality, top fighter fighting the great Manny Pacquiao. Floyd Mayweather's great too. Don't get it twisted. Of course I'm a fan of Manny Pacquiao, yes. But I also like Floyd Mayweather because he's a master technician in that ring. He's a ring general for sure. You don't go 30, 42 wins, no losses. That doesn't happen by accident. Alright? I don't care who you're fighting. Unless you're Chavez Jr. Alright dudes. You guys be good and peace.
For uncensored